What's up, guys? Nick here with Raw Day Trading. I have a pretty annoying review to do today, and then I'm going to start it out with a thought that I had. And that thought is I think the only purpose of trading for me, besides making money, is to learn how to execute well while being miserable. And today was literally that. It was literally that. Anyways, let's do some review here. High overview. My results are I'm down flat on my gross P&L, but net after fees, I am down $144, which is a lot of fees. And it was a really, really intense day. Not only because of the action, not only because it was difficult, tricky action, where stocks would just once they started running, they just kept running and they just kept running and they barely ever did a pullback. And the pullbacks that they did were like tiny, super micro. For people who are good at that, which is not me, they did decently today. And then on the way down, once the action cooled, it really didn't start up that much again, or at least it didn't last for a long time. Everything just seemed flimsy today. Like it would shoot up, come down, shoot up, come down. And this kind of became a self-reinforcing cycle where I started backing off. I'm sure shorts got more aggressive. And the cycle continued and created a really difficult action to trade. Not really consolidating so much. I mean, you can even just look at, TPET's a terrible example because it's got just zero volume, basically. I mean, I don't know what it has on the day, but during the times over here in the consolidation, it would just dry out. And then into the open, the open volume was tepid. It just sold. Eventually came here, almost made a new high, totally failed right here. And in fact, in this kind of zone where I'm going to get out, the chart here and go down to the 1 minute time frame because I did not capture this on video, but this happened. I didn't trade any on the way up. Didn't trade. It had volume, but it came from such low volume that I was like, all right, at any moment this stuff is going to get turned around. And I was right, but then wrong on the timing. And I thought, okay, it looks like it's kind of holding here. It's not, honestly, I don't think I would say it's a great chart. It's not a fantastic shot. It's not. That's my Trump impression. Anyways, you have it. It's kind of breaking this descending trend line here. So yeah, but it was kind of flat. So I was like, maybe it's just gonna get held as support. This was a decent trade right here. I think I got some of that, but I wasn't even playing for keeps on this one. I was playing with 2,500 shares, which is not really that much. It's not in the grand scheme of things. Even though this thing was moving kind of wild, it wasn't that much of share size. And I was like, all right, I'll be able to stop out for a small amount. I'm going to take a tester position here at 2. I actually need to see give me a second here. What time is this? 10:16. Yeah, this pissed me off a lot. All right, so take a position there at 10:16 at 2:14. I'm thinking, this looks like a good one for a curl here. Maybe it's gonna pop back up to 220. I was thinking 220 for real, like I was. And, I held it. And then that happened. Yeah. It was not fun. It was just not a fun experience. It was within the 5-minute candle. Okay. So yeah, I was holding here at 214. It looked like a bottoming tail. I was like, it's going to be kind of sketchy. I actually didn't. I was okay for it not to work, thinking that I could just just stop out. And the tape slowed down. And I thought it was going to push, at least do a back check high before failing. I was wrong. I was so wrong. It flashes to 94 by 92, and I stop out at 92. Okay, so what's that? 15 cents plus 8 cents. So you have 24 cents. That was $600. $600 like that. Buy. And I was green on the stock. I was probably up like $200-$300, and I had just gotten to break even again I had just gotten to break even for the day before this, after being down $700 or $800, and that put me back down to $600 to minus like $600 or $700, and I was like, no way. And so I stopped down here. Of course, it kind of does a little bounce up, and I'm like, now I start getting irritable, and I'm like, there has to be a way to make more money here. And so I double my size, and I start jumping in pretty erratically, and that puts me down over $900 after that, where so I just start jumping in with two click-ins of $2,500, so it's 5,000 shares, which isn't a lot. It's not crazy size. That's kind of like the average position size I've been trading. It's about a 10K share position. But having said that, that's on my great setup, in the flow, probably already kind of making money, yada, 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 you know what I mean? And I just keep getting these stop outs, these nasty stop outs. And I was up before this. No, I was not break even. I was up like $180 to down 900 after this whole kind of series of trades was just so stupid of me. The first part where it was down 600, I get it. That was it was a bet I took. I was wrong on the bet, but that last kind of $300 a churn that I created for myself was, oh boy, it was just, it's like when I want to punch something and I go I just feel ridiculous. And at least I still felt ridiculous, which meant there was a semblance of hope. Sometimes when I actually do start punching stuff, and I do get really angry and just furious, I kind of know that it's there's no chance I can think clearly. But I'm like, God, I'm so stupid. At least there's that self-awareness, and that's probably the biggest thing that you need for trading is self-awareness. Amongst a bunch of other things. By the way, day trading is risky. I was down $800 or over $800 two times today. Most day traders lose money. Most day traders will lose way more than they think they're going to lose, including me. I've done that before, and it can sneak up on you. So don't day trade. This is a very difficult thing to do. Some days are easy and it feels like the best thing in the world, and that's only to be contrasted by the rest of the time, which is freaking difficult. And you have to be, it's really just good for teaching you how to stick to doing good execution in really, really difficult environments and miserable situations that you get put in. So there's two things that happen And I'm just going to speak about today. I don't know about, like, this is not investment advice. This is just about my day to day. One, the environment was tricky. It was a tricky environment to begin with. Two, I was trading aggressively because I had good experience, in the recent past. So there's a bit of a shift going on in the market where the action's kind of getting less supported. It's becoming more erratic, it's less stable, and there's just changes in slight changes in timing and patterns, and it's an adjustment period. Okay, cool. And then on top of that, I find myself in two situations where I get chipped out. Okay, what's a better term for that? Where I lose a significant amount of money really quickly, and I then find my way back up to break even or green to lose it again. And okay, so there's those things going on. Okay, then on top of that, there is one of these situations that happens so fast that I'm just in disbelief, and then I'm like searching my repertoire of patterns of things that I've recognized before, trying to find something in the flicker of the light of opportunity, and I'm like, I know there has to be a balance here. Why did it just so uniformly flush against me? And I'm like taking too many positions, taking it too close back to back. Okay, that's one of the things. And then this brings me to the next point, which is the other significant trade, and this one I actually have on video, as opposed to kind of just showing you the chart here. So let me break out the video here. And I apologize for not having this queued up. So this other stock was a penny name, CRBS. 10:20 a.m., 6:27, boom. Okay. All right. So we're working today in to beginning, front to back, or back to front. We started at the end, at the result, and we're working backwards. Okay. Sort of. We're actually jumping around. CGBS. So pretty much in the morning, everything's normal. I lose a little bit on the silo. I gain a little bit on XHG. Nothing really crazy. And then I find the penny name that I think is going to be the penny runner of the day, CGBS. So I'm down 200 at this point. I find CGBS. I start jumping in. And it looks like it's going to $1. I'm hesitating here. I'm waiting for that pullback. It has a pullback, then goes. I forgot exactly why I was hesitating. I might have gotten slip here. Let's see. Let's do first trade here. Let's look at this. This is one that I got to figure out. So at this point, I'm down 200. Okay, it's annoying. It's literally the definition of just an annoying amount down. It's not a lot compared to the rest of the money that I make or lose. Okay, so jump in, get filled okay, jump out maybe too quick, but it is pushing up. I'm not sure about it, still being hesitant. I make 18 bucks on it, which is barely worth the fees. And then I wait and watch it go. And I'm not a part of that. It's a little bit irritated about that. So I remember yesterday taking the breakouts weren't working. There's a bid there. The bid disappears. It keeps going lower. I get a good view of the chart now. I kind of see what happened yesterday. I jump in right there. Get filled at 11. It's an okay entry, but it's having some trouble here. There's that bid again. Kind of just giving you guys a play-by-play right now of like what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. All right, so dips below 90, and I'm like, time to get a position here. Let's see how far it can go. Okay, it's going pretty far, and I think I'm gonna get in right about there. Great position. I'm in. Okay, can I hold it? Can I hold it? No, I take it off, and I make no money. And I turn shares, and then I get back in higher. Wow, that was a bad trade. That was a bad sequence of trades. For it only to go higher. Okay, so I was in great down here, and I just kind of botched that. That's like $1,000 botch, basically. Easily $1,000 botch, because I would have held it. I might not have held it, but okay, let's say a $600 botch. You know, it was easily 6 cents there from that initial position if I weren't jumping in or out. And like once it started to build, I have not really much of a problem. It's like that first initial hesitation area that generally tends to feel more risky for me, which it is. You know, it kind of is pretty risky because it's an inflection point. If it turns around there, then who knows what's going to happen. It can go really low. It can really unwind. It feels like it's kind of just starting. You know, it was kind of near the close of the first 5 minutes out of the hour. There's still a lot of volatility from that. And then now I'm just kind of churning shares here, increasing the amount of fees I'm going to owe, not catching any of these pops here. I'm off sides. I'm not going to lie. It's not fun. And now I'm buying into the dollar. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So what else was a good entry area? Because I know I was in at some of these. I just needed to hold it. 41. Looks like it's hesitating. There's a seller. Okay, good cut. Seller disappears. No, seller's still there. Sellers are disappearing. But I'm not confident enough. Can jump back in right there, probably. Jump back in a little microsecond too late. Goes higher. Pushing. I don't hold. I could have held there. Okay, so another $600 because I would have held to $1 here. Been unloading right there. All right, so I'm off sides. To be fair, I came into it, you know, gun shy a little bit. Oh, and then that was a problem. Now I'm down 500 all of a sudden after that. Oh, that was annoying. Let's rewatch that. So I try again. Oh. I buy at $1. I cut at $1. It's pinned there. It's not going anywhere. Good cut. I buy at 97. No, it's under my level. It's under. I put 10,000 shares in it, and it's still going lower. Like, that's really not a good sign. If I buy up 10,000 shares, I want to see, like, my ideal position is a great entry, and it's in my favor in a great area where I feel like it's going to continue. That's what I want to see. This was the exact opposite. I buy it, has no effect on the stock, and effectively it's getting suffocated with sellers because it's SSR, short sale restriction, and it's below my price already. Someone's stepping in. Okay, I stop out. My fucking stop outs are what is popping it seems like. Every time I stop out, it fucking goes. Stop out, pop. Stop out, pop. And then the spreads are, you know, 1 penny. So it's like a 10% spread. These market makers are cleaning up. And then it's above $1. Okay, so I'm back to green. I went from... That sequence was crazy. I went from down down 300 on it to up 50 on it. So I'll get back in. I recognize some patterns here, you know, ish. Or that's just, there's like energy going towards this level. It's trying to go. Oh. Dumb. Alright, so I get 200 bucks off that, whatever. Okay, but this starts to become the problem. I start jumping in and jumping out, and immediately I go from up 50 to down 150. So that was a $200 swing. I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm watching like the price fluctuations. I'm like, where could I have done better? Because it does look like it's going to go here. Now it's penned. Now I'm back down to 400. Oh, and I try to get out, and I take a loss, even though it popped higher. There was like a flicker. Okay, so now I shouldn't be trading, because on the 1 minute, you know, even though I'm back down to minus 500, which is annoying, and it is making me want to take risks and making me want to trade, I recognize here on this 1 minute, it's like this big standalone candle. I recognize on the 5 minute, it's about to close. So like thinking back on this, I don't know. I would say no trades is a good policy right now, or at least until it flushes below 1. So let's see what I do. Boom. Get in on a dip. Ooh, bad fills. Pushing lower, holding in a risque position. Oh my gosh. Do I get bailed out or what? Wow. 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 I fucking got bailed out. All right. So there was a lot of selling. I almost got roasted. But I hold strong. Trying to pick my nose hairs. Yeah. And I just never really catch, you know, good traction today. That was a profitable dip that one time. You know, it was before that 5 minute candle closes. This 5 minute candle just looks ridiculous with how much volume is in it. I totally expect it to get reversed. So now I don't know if I recognize that, because I think I or this. Let's see what happens. There is, okay, so yeah, here we go. And then the sell algorithm gets turned on. And, you know, okay, I don't know if it's actually a sell algorithm or if it's the algorithm that's just responding to a bunch of hidden orders or a bunch of visible orders in this case. Okay, so this is where I start. This is where we left off. I would say, looking at this area of the chart, no more trades for now until it gets down, unless it flushes to like 85. And even then, it's probably going to halt down, so probably not. Okay. I would say no. But I'm like, what are we going to do? Let me just watch this here. And then it starts pushing up, and there's buyers there. Oh, and I get cozy with the idea of trading it. Jump in here. Jump out, because I know it's risky. Like, that was some prudence right there. And I should just let it be, because I lost 50 bucks on it. I lost 100 bucks on it. Yeah, I lost 100 bucks on it. I lost 100 bucks, you know, whatever. But, and there's seller stacking. I start thinking contra, but contra plays really only work in tandem with a good chart. Contra plays on the level 2. Contra plays against a really sketchy chart, a top-heavy 5 minute candle after another, 3-bar play here. You know, kind of coming down after the close of the 5-minute, testing high. Okay, get filled there at 5, 104.71. Really bad fill. I stop out at 02, so minus $200, actually 275. Lovely. And I'm back down to minus 375, and I'm like, huh. I'm giving it oh no, I thought I was giving it a good amount of pause. No, I wasn't. And then I stop out. Now I'm down basically 600 now. 574, and it's going against me, and I'm costing myself money here, not getting traction really. And it's doing this thing. Okay, so this is a very key thing to watch. This is a sign of what I would call an algorithm. And it's whenever I buy, it immediately goes lower. So it's holding. That time it went lower and I just buy. But I stop out here. Okay, fair play. I buy right there. Immediately it goes lower. There's green on the tape. But it goes lower. Green on the tape goes lower. Hidden seller, someone unloading, algorithm, trying to mediate that process, and just suffocating the action. Okay. And it's going to happen again. I buy here. Well, I shouldn't buy there. Good control. Waiting for it to dip. Ooh, it's popping. Someone's trying to buy that. Ooh, but it's shallow. I do a good job staying out of the way for now. There's sellers, big sellers coming through. I'm staying out of the way. Very good job of staying out of the way. I think I trade one more time here. But yeah, that, it's a byproduct of the way down. My last trade was kind of right here in this area after it got rejected. It got rejected and I traded it. Then it halted down. Okay, so I actually did good not trading the rest of it. All right. Then I jump over to Silo. Right now I'm red on everything. Kind of not happy because I was red yesterday. Decent amount. Yeah. I don't know. All right. I have a couple things. Silo. So let's go back to the beginning. Silo had this extended sell thing in the pre-market. Yeah, it popped up here and really dropped, and then came back up, and then came back down and kind of evened out. That was a note that I had. 943. Let's look at some Silo trades. This is probably where I lost the couple $100, whatever. All right, so jump in here at 91. I don't know why. Why did I jump in there? What was the? I thought it would just like kind of push from here. This looked like push. Let's see what it does. All right, I get out, take a little stop out, jump back in. It's hesitating. Should have cut a little bit earlier on that, but it wasn't terrible. Jump back in. Now that might have been terrible. I don't know. Chase it. Okay. Not bad. That one, I made money. Took a little bit. The action I had to like get used to for a second. And then, wow, all the way back down. Do I jump in again? Definitely seller right there. Seller backs off. Right back down. Yeah. The sellers like to sell, 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 back off. Let the price go up. And then dump on it again. Dump on it again. Dump on it again. Yeah. All right. That was an interesting. We already did CRBS. Let's go 1040 Kerr. Oh. So Kerr, it occurred to me, I hate this price range and this action, and so I'm only going to trade with 500 shares, and I do. Interesting. I was only down a couple $100 right at this point. Okay, so what do I do? Pops. Goes down to the 80s, 74, 75. Just such wild, whippy spreads in action. I think it's really easy to get caught in the noise and in bad fills and then, and then holding. Yeah, this is definitely that kind of thing. So I only have 500 shares queued up, not the most aggressive position, probably like a quarter of what I'd be comfortable with. Maybe a little bit less than a quarter, but if it made less, blah, blah, blah. It's not like I'm bad at trading these. I'm bad at zoning in on just this and trading just this. Because if I were to just trade this and just be focused in on this action, like that right there, I was watching that for a couple minutes, and I just did that. I would be comfortable with it. I'd be okay. It ends up going way higher. If I just zoned in on these, I can do fine. But I don't really trade these a lot, and so it takes a lot of focus. Although I trade the penny names a lot, and I probably should be focusing more. So I think it's just a question of focus. Focus. That will be my goal for Friday because tomorrow the markets are closed. All right, 1047 XHG. Where are we at? Yeah, a couple of these. So these stocks, they take a few times. These very synthetic moving these stocks, they take a few times to nail a good position, but once you got it, it generally tends to be right. Like you got to get a feel for it with like how it's reacting under certain conditions. Once you get a good position, it's golden. So like for example, this, I end up getting, this brings me to green. Okay, so for those of you keeping track at home, it's down 600 to green right now. $250 trade right there. No big deal. And it keeps even pushing higher. Huh. Actually, it was a probably $350 trade because I had lost money a couple times before jumping into it. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, and that's about it. I'm going to call that for the review of the day. So basically, yo-yo day. Remember, day trading is risky. It's very difficult. A lot of it is mental ability to execute well under extreme duress. That's all. That's really why I like day trading, because it teaches that pretty decently. All right, I'm out. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you all Friday. Peace out.